There was once a man named David. He had always worked hard, always done the right thing, but life had been unkind to him. His business had failed, his bills had stacked up, and now he had only $1 left in his pocket. One single dollar in a heart full of worry. Cut to David sitting on a worn-out park bench, staring at the dollar bill in his hands. His face is lined with exhaustion, his shoulders heavy with the weight of his troubles. He thought, what can I even do with this? It's not enough to fix anything. It's not enough to change my life. Despair whispered in his ear, telling him to give up. But then something happened. A young boy walks by, barefoot, shivering in the cold morning air. His clothes are thin, his face pale from hunger. He stops near a bakery, staring at the fresh bread inside, his stomach growling, but he doesn't step in. He just watches. David saw the boy. He saw the hunger in his eyes, the kind of hunger that isn't just for food, but for kindness, for hope. And in that moment, David made a choice. The scene shows David standing up, walking slowly toward the boy. He kneels beside him and presses the last dollar into the child's small hands. He said, "Go inside, son. Get yourself something warm to eat." The boy's eyes widen in surprise, then fill with tears. He looks up at David, hesitant, but then he smiles. A real, pure, grateful smile. He rushes inside, clutching the dollar like a treasure. David stood there, watching, feeling lighter than he had in months. For the first time in a long time, he wasn't thinking about what he didn't have. He was thinking about what he could give. As David turns to walk away, a man who had been watching the entire scene steps forward. He's well-dressed with kind eyes. He calls out, "Stranger, sir, wait." David pauses. The man approaches with a smile and an outstretched hand. "Stranger, I saw what you did. That kind of heart, that kind of generosity, it's rare, and it's exactly what I need in my company. Would you be interested in a job?" David's eyes widen in shock. He looks down at his empty hands, then back at the man, barely able to speak. "You see, my beloved, kindness is never wasted. What you give, even when you have little, comes back to you in ways you never expect." David gave his last dollar, thinking he had nothing left, but in return, he was given something greater, a new beginning. The final scene shows David shaking the stranger's hand, a new light in his eyes. The camera pans to the young boy inside the bakery, holding a piece of warm bread, smiling through his tears. The smallest act of love can change the course of a life. Never underestimate the power of kindness, for what you give always finds its way back to you.